Thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Hernandez. Andy is off today. We begin with the race to recapture nearly 36 cattle that played out in our noon broadcast. Thanks to Sky 2, we can now tell you that all of them are safely off the road and back in the cattle haulers where they belong. Our Bryce Newberry joining us live in North Houston, where things are just now, Bryce, getting back to normal.
Yeah, Lisa, we actually just saw the last of these steers be loaded back up into a trailer here behind me. So all steers are accounted for. That is the message on this hot Monday in Texas. But really, it's been a chaotic few hours for both drivers as well as law enforcement as they tried to corral all of these roping steers that got loose in the busy main lanes of I-45. I want to show you some video from just in the last 30 minutes or so as we saw those steers being loaded back into the trailer that they had gotten loose from around 11:30 this morning. The sheriff's office says it's because a latch on a trailer door came undone. Sky 2 showed the steers jumping barriers and then into the main lanes of 45 northbound. They meandered through some of the stopped cars, and some drivers then tried to jump out and stop them. We also saw law enforcement running after some of these steers. HCSO tells us that these are what you see at the rodeo. They're the ones that come out of a chute and then take off running, and that's really what they appeared to do anytime anyone tried to approach them throughout the afternoon. So there were a total of 31 steers on that trailer. The driver was able to corral 25 of them before they got far, and then law enforcement had to help capture the rest. They had left the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which just ended yesterday, and then were en route to Polk County, deputies say. And then, like you can see, they had quite the detour once they got here to the Grand Parkway area near I-45. Some of the steers then ended up in a grassy, wooded area. A DPS chopper had to stay above to keep an eye on them as crews on the ground work to get them back into the trailer. And the sheriff's office says, there's a lot of livestock that travels through the county. Accidents are possible, so drivers should always be cautious.
When you're dealing with livestock, we have a intent to want to help and to corral them, and sometimes that's the worst thing that you can do. You start honking your horn, you start chasing them, waving your hands, all you do is put pressure on them and they want to run.
We live in Texas, so it's nothing new that we see, and I was like, give me a horse, I'll help out. But there's 2 cows back here that were on our property, and we're just kind of enjoying the show.
And yes, the good news, again, all of these steers have now been accounted for, and for the last checked, and from getting a look at them when they were going into the back of that trailer, all of them did appear to be okay. So initially there were some reports that this may have caused a crash, possibly a flipped over vehicle and some injuries, but I did just check with the sheriff's office again in the last 10 minutes. They tell us everyone is okay despite all of this chaos. We are live in North Harris County. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Another reminder to secure that trailer. Glad there were no injuries with all this, Bryce. Thank you so much for the latest.